Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Sioux Falls police are investigating a stabbing that sent one man to the hospital.
Officers were called to a gas station near 10th and Cliff just after 10 o'clock Wednesday morning for a man with a stab wound on his face. He told police he was at a home near 6th Street and Fairfax Avenue when a fight started.
The victim went into an alley where a man and woman followed him outside.
The female suspect in this case had a knife in her hand and had swung at the male victim several times before eventually stabbing him once in the face.
The man then punched the victim to the ground. When the victim came to, both man and woman were gone. No arrests have been made.
Few details are available about the semi that crashed into a vehicle Saturday morning in a fatal hit and run near Humboldt.
A Department of Public Safety official says either a witness or information at the scene on Interstate 90 showed the fleeing vehicle was a semi-truck and trailer. A 64-year-old woman from Mitchell died from her injuries on Monday at a Sioux Falls hospital.
DPS says the semi-trailer hit the victim's vehicle while she was pulling onto the side of the interstate.
South Dakota's 2026 legislative session starts Tuesday.
This week we had legislative leaders join us in our studio where they looked ahead to the governor's State of the State address.
I want to hear bigger attention paid to the affordability issue in South Dakota. I want Governor Roden to, and the legislature themselves, start to do the thinking that we need to do around building arrays for the big three. That's one of the first things. I also want to see more attention on food security.
I just want to hear an update on how the state is doing. I think the governor's going to give a lot of updates about the stats within the state, things that we don't really always keep track of. Oftentimes the governor wants to sell a story as well. You know, we have the Prairie Thunder project that he started. I'm sure we're going to hear an update on that.
The governor's State of the State address is scheduled for 1 o'clock Central Time Tuesday afternoon.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Mudd. Good morning, Scott.
All right. Good morning, Travis. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at a couple of flurries, snow showers that may move through the area as we go through the morning and afternoon. Started that way across western South Dakota. Those are weakening as they are moving to the east. So the best chance we have at a flurry or burst of light snow may end up being eastern South Dakota. Temperatures today in the 30s and 40s. And Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A rare phenomenon was seen over the eastern South Dakota area recently.
A viewer sent us this picture of what he says is the blue flash phenomenon on Waubay Lake. You can see a light hue of blue light along the horizon.
According to astronomy.com, this happens just before the last rays of sun dip below the horizon, where refraction is greatest. Because blue light is refracted more than red light, the top rim of the sun turns blue.
If you capture any pictures or video in your area, you can send them to KELOLAND.com/ushare.
There's a special art show taking place tonight at Whittier Middle School.
The Heart of the City will feature a wide range of artists from professionals to students.
The art featured in the show is called Found Object Artwork.
Anything that you find to create with. It doesn't have to be paints, sculpture, clay, or pottery. It can be anything. It's just whatever your mind sees and whatever your energy puts out there to create an item with.
There will also be a fashion show made out of found objects.
The event is taking place from 5 until 7:30 this evening.
Great Bear Ski Valley got an early jump on winter, making snow prior to Thanksgiving before officially opening December 10th.
The winter sports destination hasn't added new snow, natural or man-made, since before Christmas due to the unseasonably warm temperatures, though the snowpack hasn't taken a big hit.
There's a lot of things in our favor right now when it comes to warm weather. The sun is low in the sky. Obviously it sets early, so we're not getting that constant, beat of sun ray.
We're still 100% open for skiing and snowboarding. We still have a great tubing hill. So even though we're looking long term and we want some cold weather to make more snow, we have great skiing and tubing right now.
Great Bear plans to make more snow once the weather turns cold.
Grider says man-made snow is more durable, resembling a ball bearing, not a snowflake, allowing for better drainage.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, and watching the weather to see if we have any of that snow coming from the clouds. Not a lot of it. There's been some this morning, though, in southwest South Dakota. It's just, though, a matter of the fact that temperatures today will be climbing above the freezing mark, so it makes it a little more difficult for snow. Plus the fact that this little feature that's coming in from western South Dakota, it's kind of dissolving. It just doesn't have maybe as much vigor to it as it did yesterday when we were looking at this. But still some patchwork discussions about some flurries and light snow showers. Winds today definitely favoring far western South Dakota. Plus, well, at least over 30 miles an hour here at times in Rapid City. And will be a solid 15 to 25 in Pierre and Aberdeen going into the afternoon. Sioux Falls, though, not as strong. We'll actually reduce the winds today. Just the cloud cover we'll be watching there. Tomorrow morning, we'll start off around 20 degrees in the morning in Sioux Falls. Let's keep an eye on the wind speeds going into Saturday. We do expect widespread 20 to 35 mile an hour winds in eastern Kettle West River could even be a little stronger than that in Rapid City. And there's also another patch of snow that will work into the pattern here tomorrow. You can actually see that tracing back from western North Dakota Saturday morning. So some accumulations are possible and within that. It doesn't look like anything significant, but just something there to maybe check back in on later today. You notice there's kind of a gap in eastern South Dakota, and then we flip over to maybe some more light snow in central Minnesota. So that's kind of the layout there for tomorrow with this upper air low. Does it bring any cold weather? Well, if you want to call 27 tomorrow and Sioux Falls cold, I guess you can, but it's technically near normal for this time of the year. Sunday morning would be close to normal. That's about the only number on the low temperatures that's actually close to where we should be. We're in the 20s most of the time early next week for lows. We're in the 40s in the afternoon. Could we hit 50? It's possible. Kind of depends on the timing of that next front Wednesday, Thursday. You notice that does bring the temperature down into the 30s, and there's a mention of a little moisture with that. I think at this point, it'd be safe to say we're just trending a little cooler. We've got some time to kind of sort that out for next week. Aberdeen, too, it looks like that frontal feature getting in here by maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, but before then, there's going to be a segment of 40s returning, and then you can count on the math even warmer for Pierre. 52 on Monday, about the same temperature on Tuesday, and then with that front we reduce things a little bit, but in the 40s for Pierre. Looks like by day 6 and day 7. Rapid City, well, tomorrow's a little cool and blustery with that wind and that chance of snow at 40%, but it's not going to last. 57 on Sunday, 60 Monday. More details at KettleLand.com.